I'm Asia.
And I'm Aaron.
And you're listening
to Deadly Sips.
You guys are listening to our segment Extra Shot, our bonus round where we take a shot and dig into extra stories, Reddit tales, and the weird stuff you didn't ask for.
Never did.
Nope.
But deal with it.
On this, we won't be so businessy. We leave the business in the back and party up all in the front.
Like a good mullet.
Whoa. It's business in the front, party in the back.
Whoops.
Because the tail's in the back.
Oh, yeah. This is about party in the back. That makes sense.
All right, guys. Well, needless to say, time for our shot. What do we got?
We got tequila.
Tequila. And for these segments, you guys, the extra episodes, we do not do a deadly sip of the week. We will either just drink on our regular soda or a shot or do our things. But, for today, it's tequila.
Sit back, relax.
Yeah, you know the drill. Okay, guys, grab your glass. Take a shot. Sweet.
Let's dive into it.
Woo! The aftertaste. Guys, I am not a good tequila shot person.
I love tequila. That's like my go-to shot.
It makes me fun, but I don't love it. Oh my gosh. That was extra bad this time. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was a line.
Not even a line.
We are in our moo-moos. We are super late maintenance for this. Super late maintenance. This episode, I mainly felt bad that our first episode's audio was so bad that I'm like, let's throw in a bonus episode. And so we conjured up this fun little segment.
Yes, you did.
You did. I said, yes, we did. And you're like, yes, you did.
I'm just saying that we're giving credit where credit's due because you're the one that thought of the idea.
What can I say? I'm full of a lot of things. Full of it. So for today's extra shot, we will be reading some paranormal experiences from none other than Reddit.
Ooh, so many different stories.
So many fun stories. We'll be reading it under the r/paranormal. So, yeah. I'm a boomer and I don't understand Reddit at all. So if anybody can explain it to me, I've tried posting on subreddits and tried doing things and I always post in the wrong one. And I just don't understand it. This first experience is from Big Bada Boom Lee.
Great name.
Yeah.
Big Bada Boom.
Big Bada Boom Lee. That's Leigh. Okay. They say, I was training to be a TEFL teacher in a small town. Don't know what a TEFL teacher is.
Good question.
Do you know?
I have no idea.
I don't know either. Just outside of Paris, France. A bunch of us were staying in a very old building that used to be in a family home. The classroom we trained in was built onto the side of the house and was next door to my bedroom. Lovely house. Huge, lush gardens. Sounds pretty.
It sounds pretty.
Things started slowly in the house. At first, I smelled perfume in my room at night, but tried to ignore it. There's your first red flag. Smelling the smells.
The smelly smells.
The haunted smells.
The smells.
It smells smelly. Mr. Krabs. Then the noises started in the empty classroom at night. It sounded like board pens being thrown or dropped on the floor. Sometimes chairs would scrape along the floor, stone tile floors throughout the house.
Oh, I hate that sound.
Yeah, I could hear this through the wall of my bedroom next door. There were 4 other people staying in the house in their own rooms. We would sometimes go into the empty classrooms to check what had moved, but nothing seemed out of place. I started feeling super uncomfortable in my room and began sleeping on the couch in the living room. Ew. Never sleep on a couch. Never sleep on a couch. Do you know why?
Why?
I swear people always get murdered when they're sleeping on the couch.
Oh, gosh, I'm not sleeping on the couch again.
Well, isn't it there's so many stories where people are sleeping on the couch and they get attacked?
That's true.
I'm like, don't sleep on a couch. One night I was lying on the sofa on my stomach, propping my head up with my hands so my back was facing up. I was reading. I couldn't sleep because I felt so uneasy and I could just about hear the usual noise in the classroom. It was super late. Suddenly I felt 2 steps. One, then the other. on the end of the sofa near my feet. No.
Ooh.
I don't want to read further. I unsubscribe.
That was quick.
No, just kidding. Guys, this episode is dead. When I said quick, I meant it. Then I felt something press down on my back really hard. My shoulders were pushed down, so my head fell forward, face down on the sofa. It wasn't a person. I couldn't see anyone. When it released and I turned around, it was quick. I shouted, fuck off, leave me alone, at whatever it was, and ran upstairs to one of the other girls' rooms. I slept in there that night. She had 2 beds in her room. Right. It's the fact that he had to put that in there. She had 2 beds in her room. Right. Eventually, I swapped rooms with her. So many weird things happened in the month we were there. I almost quit and went back home to the UK, but didn't because I paid a lot to do this course. Which, yeah, understandably.
Mm-hmm.
There was one guy who did the course, and when he arrived, he was so upbeat and fun. Good. He's getting a friend.
That's nice.
We're good. He stayed in the back bedroom. Over the month, he became very solemn and withdrawn. Maybe it was just because he was homesick from Canada. It says it in like a parentheses, from Canada. But I don't know. One of our last nights, we all ended up in one bedroom upstairs because the noises downstairs were so loud. It sounded like glass bottles being rolled, chairs moving, and all sorts. We were all terrified in one room together. Sad. One of the girls was super religious, and she had anointed all the room doors with olive oil. That seemed to make things worse. Bliss is hell. Another of the girls who wasn't as scared as us, but got more nervous as things escalated. She said she heard a woman's voice speaking in French in the living room late at night, and it was empty. Every day our trainer would come to the house for lessons. She led this course twice a year at least, so there'd been lots of trainees staying in the house before us many times. After a few days in the house, I looked tired and a bit upset. In parentheses, from all the scary stuff happening and lack of sleep because of it. She came up to me and said, "Are you okay? You look tired."
Thanks.
Thanks, brah. Just thanks. I said, "Has anyone ever mentioned weird things happening in this house before?" She paused and kind of froze even.
She knows.
She knows. She knows. She knows. She looked dead to me and just nodded. I said, "What did they say?" She refused to tell me because she didn't want to scare me. I felt kind of better, but not.
Not.
If that makes sense. It was a very dark time. I still think about it, and it happened in 2011. And that's the end of the story. Number 1.
It's like one of those stories where, like, you know, the tourists come in and, like, they pick a house. They're like, oh my gosh, it'd be so cute to live with a bunch of people here. But everybody in the area knows that that's, like some kind of crazy murder house or something just so bad happened there.
Yep.
But they won't tell anybody about it.
Nope.
Like, come on. It's like something you would mention, but no, you have to have good business and everything.
Yeah. You're like, no.
So this one is from Sam2101. This was a year ago. I was haunted shortly following my birth, and I talked to dead people until I was 4 years old. Great way to kick it off, Sam2101. I only know about this because my parents told me. I don't actually remember any of it. I was born in August 2001. Oh my God. 2000, baby.
Does it make you feel old?
A little bit.
It's like 5 years younger than us.
Pardon me, I was born in the 1900s.
We're not dead yet. We're not 30 yet.
Not yet. We're getting there.
Pretty much.
All right. So August 2021, my parents lived in a duplex at the time in Omaha, Nebraska. A few months passed and weird stuff was occurring in my room. Small stuff like the blinds being open when my parents were sure they were shut.
Boo.
Stuff being out of place.
Boo.
Eventually, Christmas 2001 came around, and we had come back from Christmas on my dad's side, and my presents were stacked up on my dresser, and diapers on the changing station, which was also on the dresser. My parents were downstairs and heard a loud noise come from my room, and came upstairs, and all my gifts were scattered around the room, including shoes that had been taken out of the box.
What?
The ghosts knew they were Jordans, and they were like, nah, these are mine, bruh.
I got chills.
The creepiest part is that the diapers had been smeared on the wall.
What do you mean
Sketchy
smeared?
shit.
That's what it literally
That's actually
says.
in the thing. ...
Sketchy shit.
Like, was it the diapers in the genie? Like the diaper genie? Or was it just like the unopened diaper, or like the new diapers, and they were just like on the walls. That's what I want to know. I want to know. Sam, but that's the name. Sam B 121.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't know. That's weird.
that is weird. My parents never let me sleep outside of the room with them after that, and come to find out that a woman had died alone in that very room before we had moved in.
What the actual baloney?
I feel like that's a rule now that you have to tell like if something crazy happened in the house, right?
That's like,
Some states don't. That's right.
ew,
I
David.
think some states don't have to disclose that, but some do.
Ew.
I think, yeah, this could have been a thing before that rule happened, but I know there are some states where it's required and some aren't. But okay.
I don't love that. I'm sorry, but if I'm moving into a house, you better disclose to me. Because first of all, as a true crime junkie, I want to know that crap.
Exactly.
I want to know. But also, people have a right to know if they don't want that.
Exactly. It's like, oh, why is it so cheap? Oh, it's a great neighborhood.
Consent is key, people.
Exactly.
Consent. Okay, sorry.
Needless to say, they got the fuck out of there. Fast forward 2 years later, and me and my parents are at a wedding that was taking place in some Spanish mission in California. I don't remember offhand what town, but there was a gated above ground mausoleum, and apparently 2.5-year-old me was glued to that gate almost the entirety of the 2 days we were there.
That's normal.
Weird.
That's normal. What are you talking about? That's completely normal. You don't just like go in to stare into
staring
mausoleums.
at a gate the whole time, like, oh, it's not weird. That's totally normal.
It's normal. Yeah.
It's normal. Everything is fine. Dumpster fire. My parents tell me I was talking and having conversations with no one while standing at the gate looking into the mausoleum.
Nope.
What is with kids and seeing things we can't see?
Grab the holy water, douse them, and run.
Douse and run. They would ask me who I was talking to, and I would say, "Can't you see them?" and point towards the dead missionaries or whoever was laid to rest there. Even when the ceremony was going on, my parents had to make me leave the gate because I was the ring bearer for their friends who were the couple getting married. My mom says she took me outside after, and all I would say was that I wanted to go back inside to talk to the people behind the gate. Super fucking weird. I added the little spaces there, but super fucking weird. I must have lost my spirit sight at a young age. I believe it was because I fell down a flight of stairs and cut my head open when I was 3 or 4.
Oh, that checks out.
Always something with stairs. Like,
no, even like in all the Conjuring movies, like haunted wise, people get pushed down the stairs all the time. We have the creepiest basement that looks just like a Conjuring basement.
Oh yeah,
and
the people next door. Like when we first like drove up into the driveway, it's like one of those houses where you like see like that has a window you can see down to the basement, and of course it was the classic. You're looking at the laundry machines and the lights just flickering.
Yep. It looked like,
it's like what did we just get into?
Exactly. The first impression.
However, fast forward 4 years and I am in the 3rd grade and my grandfather is in hospice dying of stage 4 liver cancer. Oh, I'm sorry, Lim. When he was close to the end, my dad said there was one time that he was pointing to something behind my dad that he was seeing. And when my dad turned, he said he saw all of the shadows in the room invert there. There was nothing else that he saw behind him, but my grandpa kept pointing. My dad would ask if he was pointing at him and he would shake his head. It's always with kids and when you're like about to die, just everything is clear.
Yep.
I can see clearly now I'm dying. Sorry. No offense.
The karaoke session we did not ask for, respectfully.
Remember, it's the weird stuff you didn't ask for.
Yep.
But that's why you're here.
Yeah.
And we appreciate you.
Yes, we do.
We see you. We hear you.
We don't you hear them? That's kind of concerning.
I just outed myself. He couldn't talk at all at that point, so we don't know exactly what he saw. It's really hard to get my dad to talk about what he saw when he turned to look. All he has said was the stuff about the shadows and that he was sure because the IV stand's shadow totally flipped on itself. That's all I've ever gotten out of him. My grandpa was close to the end at that point. We like to think it was his guardian angel. Who knows? Oh, that's a nice little twist on how to look at it.
Yeah.
Or maybe some family member just said, hey, it's about time.
Yeah.
Any minute now. On the night of his death, my dad had just gotten home from the hospital, and me and my sister were asleep in separate rooms. All I remember is waking up and calling my parents, saying that he was right there next to my bed. I didn't see him when I woke up, but I know that he was there to say goodbye. That's a nice thought. The only thing that remains of my so-called spirit sight, I would say, is my intuition or emotional intelligence. I have always been able to sense things somewhat, such as people's emotions, or when people close to me are lying. I can almost always tell if it's very hard to explain, but I'm sure there are others with that too.
Wow. That's wild. That's some insane experiences.
Some crazy I had some crazy stuff, but this is some crazy
I
stuff.
feel like that one's like minus the creepy gifts. The rest of them are kind of okay.
Yeah.
Well, minus seeing dead people all the time.
Hmm.
I feel like that
I'm
would freak
pretty
me
sure,
out.
like you're just talking to them and they're not like being scary or being terrified or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, the diaper shit was crazy.
Like smeared on the walls. What the? That's just like, that's poltergeist.
Yes.
It's something that's nay nay, I say.
Nene.
Nayest of the nays. Whip and nay nay.
Watch me whip. You watch me nene.
This next experience is called My Experience That Still Haunts Me. It is by Valuable Wrongdoer 13.
Okay.
And it's tagged Haunted House. Hey guys, I'm new to the platform and I was reading other people's experiences, so I'd like to share mine. It happened when I was a kid. My parents and I had moved to this apartment complex back in 1986 that was built in the 40s during World War II. The basement had a fallout shelter installed, and in the fallout room, there were gas masks, tin cans of food, old World War II posters of enlisting. I was about 2 years old at the time we moved in. I didn't start to have experiences until I was about 5 years old. Some experiences involved my toys going on by themselves. Nope.
Nope.
Dolls and spots, I didn't leave them.
Nope.
Nope.
No Annabelle shit here.
Nope. My radio turning off and on, to which my parents' explanation was that I was doing it, but didn't remember, or that it was just my imagination. Dismissiveness at its finest. Thanks, parents. That all changed one night. I had 2 windows on the side of my bed. This is relevant to the story. The right one would open and stay open with no problem, but the one on the left was broken. It would not stay open, and we would have to stick a board in the window for it to remain open. One night, I had been woken up to this loud bang, which scared the absolute crap out of me, causing me to sit straight up in bed. Which, yeah, if I heard a bang, that's first thing I'm like, what? As I'm sitting there, my eyes are trying to adjust to the room, looking around to see if something may have fell, and if so, where? And then I heard it again. Bang. It was on the side of me. So I look over in the direction to see what it was, but didn't see anything that could have made the noise. That is, until I see the left window. The left window that needed a board to stay open, slowly opening up and opening by itself.
Nope.
I sat there frozen, trying to make sense to what I was seeing. If I was actually seeing what I was seeing, I couldn't do anything but sit there in disbelief and attempt to close my eyes tightly for 10 seconds. Because to 5-year-old me, this had to be a bad dream, and closing my eyes tightly is what I would always do to end a bad dream, and I still do it to this day. As soon as my eyes opened, I see the window fully open, and then bang, the window slammed shut. I realized at that moment that I was fully awake, and then the window starts to open again. Only this time, it's opening a little faster than last time, and same as last time, it would open all the way and slam shut. Each time opening up a little faster than last time and slamming shut. Bang, bang, bang. It was as if someone was opening it fully and letting it go in order to slam shut. Then the window flies all the way open and stays open.
No.
No. Then I hear the most horrible, evil, sadistic laugh.
Nope.
Like a cackle right in front of me.
Nope.
That was enough for me to finally move. I fly off the bed, getting tangled in my sheets and comforter. I managed to get the comforter off of me, but I still have the sheets wrapped around me.
Hate that feeling.
That didn't stop me from hauling ass all the way to my parents' bedroom, screaming bloody murder. My screaming ended up waking my parents, so they were already awake when I got to their bedroom. I'm trying to explain to them what happened, what I had seen, and told them about the cackling. My mother was the comforting parent and trying to calm me down as best as she could. telling me that I had a really bad nightmare and that my nightmare continued when I was semi-awake because I was half asleep, half awake. I was persistent and kept repeating myself over and over and over, telling them about the window opening and shutting by itself and cackling. That's so sad. My father, who was the no-nonsense parent, was extremely upset that I had woken him up and said, "Enough, Amanda. It was just a bad dream. Come on, I'll show you. There's nothing in your room to be afraid of, and your mother's right. You probably dreamed the whole thing, so come on, let's go."
Now, that's when you're just like, I hope that they see the exact same shit.
And I know, you're
You'd
like,
be like, fuck you, Dad. I know what I saw.
yeah. You're like, that's so dismissive, and that sucks.
Mm-hmm.
But I get it too when you're tired and you're like, my kid's over.
Yeah.
Like,
I
I
just
get
wanna
as
go
a
to
parent,
sleep.
I get
Yeah.
that. But at the same time, if your child is terrified, screaming into your room, I'd be like, okay, whatever. Like, just come in bed with us,
Exactly.
and it's fine. My father and I head back to my bedroom, my little hand clenching his hand tightly. We go into my room, the comforter is still on the floor. My father goes to pick it up, and when he does, he glances over at the windows and see that my left window is still open, wide open. Nothing to hold it, just wide open.
He knows. He should know that the window don't close or doesn't stay open.
My father goes over to the window, looks at the window and then back at me and says, "Did you open this?" I tell him, desperately trying to get him to believe me, "No, Dad, I told you. It kept opening and slamming by itself." My father, frustrated, cranky, and highly annoyed at this point, tells me, "Windows don't open by themselves. It probably got stuck when you opened it." My father reaches over to make sure I didn't stick anything in the window to keep it open. As soon as he stuck his hand in and was about to pull his hand away, the window slammed shut, nicking his hand in the process from pulling it out of the window.
Suck it, Dad.
Honestly,
Now you believe me.
Ghost was valid.
Yeah.
Ghost is valid.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah? You don't believe me? Check this out, bro.
My father, who was still trying to make sense of the situation, was suddenly spooked and creeped out. I spent the night in my parents' room in my sleeping bag on their bedroom floor that night. After that night, the activity seemed to amplify. Stories for another time. It's been almost 40 years. I still have nightmares about that. The window opening and shutting and the cackling. The fear and my little 5-year-old heart pounding in my chest. One of the worst experiences I've ever had until I encountered the Hat Man. Another story for another time. I was so mad. I looked and she hasn't updated anything.
Valuable underscore wrong corner 13. What the fuck?
What the fuck? We want to know about the Hat Man.
Want to know. Want to know.
You know, I'm like, I've heard theories about the Hat Man.
I've never heard about the Hat Man.
You've never heard of the Hat Man?
I've never heard of that.
Well, guys, I think I know what our next episode is going to be that I do research on.
Yeah.
The Hat Man.
The Hat Man.
Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. Last one.
All right. This one is shared to us by Present Chair 6823. Interesting numbers. All right. I had just moved into a new apartment and I had no furniture other than a futon bed, feel you, couch, a box with a mini TV on it, and a couple of knickknacks on the floor by the box TV.
Honestly, that sounds pretty rad.
Yeah. College life.
Yeah.
And a picture of myself in a standing frame. I lived there for only 3 months because one evening I was reading in between commercial breaks and sometimes staring at my picture on the floor below the TV box when the telephone rang. No cell phones then. For some reason they needed to add that. I scooted across the futon to answer the phone and scooted back to where I had just been sitting. And when I went to go back to focusing my eyes on the photo of me, I realized that it had moved to a wall and was facing me backwards. Interesting. I was in shock. The place was basically empty, but there stood that backward picture frame facing the wall.
Wait, whoa.
It was on the floor that he could look at, and now it's on the wall, not facing him.
Wait, what? Wait, babe, wait. Okay, you, David.
Ew.
Don't like that.
I realized that it had moved to the wall when I was scooting over to answer the phone. As soon as I understood what happened, parentheses, it dawned on me almost immediately. I told my ex-boyfriend, parentheses, reason why I had the apartment with no furniture, who was on the other end of the line to come get me right away.
Yeah, I'd be like, I don't care if we're split up. You're coming to get me
Give me right now.
I'm not doing this.
Nope, not tonight. The next day, I told the landlord that I was moving and explained what had happened. He shut the door to his apartment because he didn't want his girlfriend to hear him explain to me that a huge glass ashtray disappeared from their coffee table and returned a day or so later. His girlfriend thought he put it somewhere, but he swears he never touched the thing, as it weighed a lot and was more of a centerpiece for the table. He said weird things happened in his suite, too. Haunted apartment building.
Nay. Honestly, hot take. Sounds like the Waverly Hills Asylum. I think we got a prankster ghost. I think we got a prankster here.
Prankster? Am I being punked?
Well, think about it. He's like, I'm gonna creep these guys out, and like turns it around, and then the one's like, he takes it away, and then
I feel like
he gets
I
yelled
would be
at.
a prankster ghost. If I were to die and be able to haunt people, I'll be like, heh, move this, move that.
Yes, Peter Griffin style. Because of the Waverly Hills, if you guys watch the Ghost Hunters episode, Waverly Hills, they do that. They'll throw rocks at people and like do silly things to scare people. And then on the actual episode, they basically confirmed. I can't remember what device they were using, but he kind of confirmed that he was a prankster. He's like, yeah, I do this shit.
Is it the spirit box or something that they use?
I can't remember what it was at that episode specifically.
Okay.
I don't want to tell you wrong.
No, you're good.
But
all right. I'm on the West Coast in Canada, and the area had many Aboriginal people reside in the area way back then. So I chalk it up to a native spirit. It's weird because when I first viewed the apartment, I felt a sensation like someone was watching from the corner ceiling.
ew.
No.
What?
Not
Okay.
just the corner.
No, the corner ceiling. No.
Definitely not.
No, I
No,
got
thank
chills
you.
and not in a good way.
No,
No.
right up my spine. I'll never forget it, even though it happened in the mid-1990s. Feels like so long ago. The frame was glass and plastic, and it moved quite the distance. How? I don't know. That's how it's written. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
IDK.
I don't know. Well, sonnets.
It just makes me remember all of the things that has happened to me that I thought was weird. And I'm like, man, maybe I should be on a Reddit page.
Or you could share your things in an episode.
Yes, I can do that. I'll have to do like a share your stories episode or
Yes.
something.
Yes, absolutely.
I have a few.
That'd be fun. And guys, if you want to submit your listener stories,
Yes.
you can submit them to deadlysipspodcast@gmail.com.
Where
We can
will
feature
answer
your
them.
story, and we will, if you want to do it anonymously, you absolutely can do that.
Mhm.
Either way, we'll respect that, obviously.
Whichever you prefer.
Obviously, we'll respect that.
Respect.
RESPECT. Love it. As always, follow us on all the things. And if you feel so inclined, go to Patreon. And yeah, I mean, this is a pretty short, not short episode, but it's shorter and sweet and to the point. If you guys like this episode, let me know. Let us know on our socials. I'd like to know if you guys like this or if you don't, if you just
Do
want us to stick
more,
to regular
or-
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. We just thought it'd be fun to do something different and read experiences. So, anyway, I think that's it.
All right, everybody. Have a good night. And remember,
Sip carefully.